welcome back. Thank you for joining me. We're with Jonathan. Tim's still on holiday, and it's his birthday today, so we're not expecting him, but you never know, he might drop in, but we'll probably see him tomorrow. Quite a lot going on, and so we're setting up for a major attack, and also we're going out on major attacks of our own, so there's a lot to fill in, and also there's been a bit of a development with our main coalition enemy that we can talk through as well. So first of all, I've been going through Italy, and we've taken that, so just mopping up the last couple of spots with one infantry unit, because they're quite good for that. Recon vehicles are rubbish at taking the empty territories. So I'm moving my big stack. I took Bari with my big stack, 3 main tanks, 2 combat recon, 2 motorised infantry. I'm sending them back to Rome, and actually, Jonathan, once they get back to Rome, I can either send 1 or 2 main battle tanks up and around to Budapest. It'll take them a while to get there. But what do you think? Is that worth building the forces right now, or?
Yeah, I haven't really decided yet. So I've amassed some troops at Budapest, but I think I'm gonna move them into Timisoara first.
Well, go on then. Update us on your movements while we're here then.
I've taken a bit more of Ukraine, and I've completely taken whichever this country is. I've completely forgotten. Which is just northeast of Romania. So now I'm fully ready to take them over.
Moldova.
Yeah, Moldova. Thank you. I think I'll just focus in on Romania now. I'm gonna kind of leave whatever's going on in eastern Ukraine for the minute. I don't want to get involved with that. I reckon in
Russia.
2 or 3 days. Well, it's Russia, but then you've got a bit of Turkey there.
Oh.
Rogue State has taken over one of the cities, and there may be quite a few Ukrainian units, because I haven't seen them round anywhere in the west.
Okay, that's a pretty dangerous area, because Turkey are right next door to you then on 2 cities, and Russia. Okay.
I reckon they'll be occupied at the minute. But I'm not particularly concerned if they do attack some of these cities, because they'll have to hold them for me, like the big prize is just capturing Romania to get that land next to Serbia.
Yeah, no, that'll be good. God, and once you've got Romania, you'll be rubbing shoulders with basically Turkey is 2. And Serbia, 2 of the main countries in our big rival alliance. So once you've got Romania, I think have Turkey taken over Bulgaria? They have. So this is Turkey. You'll be bumping right up to Turkey's border and all the way along Serbia's border. And they're going to be backed up by, what's this country again? Syria. And Syria are going big. They're spreading south. They look like they've just taken Medina in the south. They've got a rogue state. It looks like they're just going for it against Saudi Arabia. So they're spreading quickly, and they could end up being quite a big threat ultimately. I'll just talk through some of what I've been doing. I'm going into Spain, and I've got a pretty nice big stack, a modern big stack. So I've got a main battle tank catching up to the main stack, and in the main stack I've got a battle tank, combat recon for the sight, because 40 sight range on the combat recon versus a much lower, like they're all 25 or so. It means you can see further, which is a definite advantage. 3 mechanised infantry, 3 motorised infantry. So that's a pretty big modern stack. Just going into Barcelona pretty soon. I'm expected there in about 3 hours. And then we'll go on to Zaragoza, Valencia and Madrid. Just take them all as quickly as I can. And then, probably split my basic motorised infantry off and land grab. And then have a think about where strategically I need to hold these cities. Certainly Madrid as the capital. And with Italy, I've decided I'm probably not going to go after Palermo, because it's kind of like a bit of a boat ride away, and then I'd have to defend that that island that's a bit away from this mainland where I've got strength. So I'm just going to let that roll, and that's owned by Libya. And so, yeah, basically the alliance that we're against, or we will be imminently, Serbia, Turkey and Syria. We're going to be fighting on two fronts. You're going to be probably engaging Turkey and Serbia. I'm going to mainly be engaging Serbia and providing as much backup against Turkey as I can, depending on what they do. And if we have a look on the coalitions, here they are. So Mustache, XXX, and look, they've got 414 provinces and we've only got 358. They've got 5 players, and look, their score 652 versus our 544. So quite a lot of danger, but also they have got Mali in their coalition, and they're down here and they're huge. They're really expanding, and so they could push north and become a real threat. So we're slowly but surely going into this big coalition, and it'll be a pretty epic battle. What's your experience of going into battles like this with coalitions?
I tend to find if you go in with the element of surprise, a lot of people can be very slow to respond. You might get like a threat thrown your way, but unless they've actually, they're taking this effort we have to think it through and prepare for it, then they may not see it coming. And you have to consider, like, sure, they've got 5 members, but one is Mali and one is Colombia, and they're quite far away. So if they'd anticipated this attack, they may have started moving their troops, and that will take, for example, Colombia a couple of days to get over, and who knows, they may have them on the Serbian border, but I'm willing to bet that they won't be that prepared. And once we invade, then they might start reacting, but by the time the reinforcements have arrived, we could be in a very strong position.
Great. No, that sounds amazing. And I mean, between us, we've got some pretty advanced units. I've got the main battle tanks and the what are they called? The mechanized infantry. Yeah, mechanized infantry. You have given me very kindly
one SAM turret.
One SAM unit, but it's enough because that's all I'll need. And I've got a couple of recon units that are quite good against air attack as well. But look at this SAM turret. It's got 8 attack against aeroplanes, 2 against missiles. So kind of got it all covered. And one thing I'm researching at the moment is boats. So I've got the corvette, and I'm now researching the frigate. And 18 hours away from getting the frigate. And if we have a look at the frigate, look at these stats. So it's a good all-rounder, but it's really good against aeroplanes and boats and missiles. But it's got a little bit against troops and tanks. But look, this is the thing. They've got a massive attack range. It's 50 for troops, 75 for planes. And they've got a pretty big radar range as well at 75. So if I can get some of those, and I could maybe park them off the coast, then I'll be able to provide a bit of coastal support on the sort of the southwest coast of Serbia, maybe even bring them up to the top northwest. Don't know if they can have much of a reach there, but it's certainly going to help. And I'm just making sure that I've got harbours everywhere. So I've got a harbour in Rome. And I've built the underground bunkers. That's going to be really difficult to get, and I'm rebuilding the air base in Rome so that we can provide quick backup and support to the centre of Italy if we need it, and that's a really good strategic area in the Mediterranean. And then I'll make sure that I've got currently building a naval base level 2 in Marseille so that I can actually build these ships, because that's what they need, level 2. And then as I invade Spain, I could definitely do with support from ships down there. So it's going to be really important. Me having a navy. Less important for you, Jonathan.
Yeah. All I've done is stuck a couple of troops on my 2 northern exposed cities. I feel like if they're going to come under attack, it's going to be from Sweden. And what I've also done is built a level 1 bunker on there. And if you go on your city, you can see even at level 1, it gives you a 33 defense bonus. Yeah. And that's like such a valuable thing to get. And it also boosts morale of your citizens, which really can come into play later in the game.
Very nice. Yeah, I've built the underground bunkers in Rome. It's just going to be a huge advantage. 33% less damage. I have been thinking, should I be building airfields in some of these further flung cities like Nantes and Bordeaux? Because then with an airport, you can quickly get troops in. But I think they're okay for now. Keep putting them in there.
Yeah, I mean, if you can afford it, it's always good to build airports because you're right. It's the quickest way to get about.
Yeah, so long as you've got troops that can get to another airport. It'll be interesting to see what's in Madrid. We've got an airbase and an arms industry. Not a lot going on. They've got an airbase in Zaragoza. So they've got an airbase in Valencia. So they've got 3 air bases. So they'll be able to get support quickly to those 3 cities in the middle. So that's an interesting tactic. I wonder if they'll have much of an air force. And they've got the naval base level 3. So they may have gone big into ships, you know. I might get in trouble from their ships if I invade any of their coastal towns.
Potentially.
Hello, Tim. Have you joined us?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, you were sort of mid talking, so I just waited.
Great. Your volume's a bit low, Tim. I'm going after Zaragoza and Madrid in Spain. I've decided to leave the coastal cities till I've got these 2 inland ones, just to see what sort of response they have, because they've got a level 3 naval base.
Yeah, they've got 3. They've got 3 naval bases, haven't they?
Oh,
yeah, they might have a few ships. Might be a bit behind on it. I could move some ships around to investigate, I suppose.
Yeah, it's
Just a little bit unsure of Norway and Sweden at the moment.
It's up to you, really. You need to focus on possibly trying to do a bit of a land grab to strengthen yourself up. Maybe that's a priority, so you can help us more later in the game. I am building currently a naval base level 2 in Marseille, and I'm researching frigates. So in the next day or so, I'll be able to start building my own navy, which will be good.
Sure.
I'm just going to have a look at what frigates need, actually. Oh god, it's more cogs.
What's you doing that? I've got a bit of a battle plan now. I figure if Romania's active, what I'm going to do is invade one of his eastern cities, and hopefully that will draw his troops out to the east. And then, whilst they're there, I'll move my stack from Budapest into Timisoara and the other 2 western cities. And if you want to send some troops to help with that, then you can. And then, once we've captured Romania, we'll already have some troops in Timisoara and Budapest, and we'll be ready to move immediately to Novi Sad and Belgrade.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Well, I'll certainly send a battle tank up and over, maybe even 2. So I'll split one out and do that now.
And Tim, if you want to grab some more lands, which I think is a solid suggestion, there's some in Ukraine or Belarus. There doesn't seem to be much activity going on there. You're welcome to just fly into Warsaw and march on over there. Because I don't think I'm going to be invading it until I've taken Romania.
Yeah. I might just take those Baltic states, to be honest.
Yeah, and then that will provide coverage on my northeast side, and that would be really useful too. And then that gives you like direct access to Finland, and like once you, wow, what's happening there? Norway has just taken Finland's capital.
Hey.
Well, no, wait, sorry. Helsinki's the capital. Tampere. So it'll be good to get to the front line to see what's going on there, and maybe once you start invading it, it'll be a lot easier to go from Vasa to Umeå to take down Sweden rather than trying to go in at like Oslo or Malmo. Don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Or you could do both at the same time.
I just want to like kill whatever ships Norway's built and ruin their game
Uh,
for what they did to me.
well, do you think you got more ships than them now?
I think we might be about even.
Mm.
Depends how hard they've actually focused it over the last few days, because they started around the same time as me, but then I lost a few. So,
Well, if you're not certain
sure.
you're going to win it, then I guess you could wait until Alex has got some ships too, and then you can both take on Norway's navy, and then they'll just be sitting ducks after them, right?
Yeah, I reckon. So Norway and Sweden have actually got into a coalition now, and they will be a bit behind us because they have got less cities, so their production will be lower. But,
I'm just thinking like they're expanding into Finland now, and then they might go into Russia. It's like, how are you going to keep up with their provinces?
They're a pretty big threat, aren't they? Because they're just going to grow and grow. They'll probably be avoiding us if they've made a coalition. They'll see that we're together. Scandinavian ice. Yeah, Sweden and Norway. I wonder what they're going to do. I mean, it'll be funny if they're watching this as well. There's every chance that some of these players are watching this, as it's live. It's going out. Pretty much half an hour after we've finished every day.
You never know. You never know.
We can definitely team up against Sweden and Norway. That's going to be a real threat that's just going to keep growing.
But if you have a look at Serbia right now, and they haven't actually expanded at all in the past few days,
yeah,
I would have thought that they'd be going for Romania now. But so they've taken over Greece and Croatia and some of these smaller states up here, Prague. Yeah, but yeah, they've kind of stopped, and they've got their neighbour on their east, Turkey, which has also taken some of that land. So you can see how they're kind of getting in the way of each other.
Yeah, they're stuck a bit.
Yeah. So really, like in terms of Europe, like they're not going to get much more powerful without actually declaring war on us. So for now, in that respect, like unless they're moving into Romania, the ball's in their court, and it just, we've got the freedom of movement for now. We've got Romania, we've got Belarus, Russia, and
Spain, Sweden, Norway.
Yeah, but is it a good idea to take them on now? Do we want to get in war with both coalitions at the same time? That's the question.
No, definitely not, because then we'll be fighting the north and the south, and we'll get into probably a bit of a pickle. Which one do you think we should go for first then? What are you thinking in tactics?
I'm thinking we should move into a better position with Sweden and Norway. So Tim, I think you should keep focusing on your navy, but take Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia, and just get some troops ready there. And I think once we're in a bit of a better position, we should take the Serbian coalition first, at least up to Istanbul.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna move some troops to Latvia then.
Oh, okay.
Because I can do that through your land. Actually, I don't even have to go by the sea. Right? Yeah, I'll just do that then.
Yeah.
I was sort of thinking, well, I don't want Sweden to sort of see what I'm doing, but just in case I've got the ships down that coast now. But yeah, I'll just go via Warsaw.
I mean, like, even if you were to fly to Paris first, then that'll be completely safe.
Yeah.
I've just seen that Russia have got a bit of land next to you
Yeah,
in the north.
that's a bit weird, that layout, isn't it? How they got a sort of gap and then some land the other side of Belarus.
Maybe they were taken out.
That was from the start. It's odd.
Was it?
Like I would have thought they would have owned Crimea from the start, but they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's odd. You've got your little city is still remaining, Gibraltar.
True. I've had a couple of spy action notifications this
Ooh.
week. Like in Gibraltar, pointless, completely pointless. I don't know who's doing that.
It's
hasn't
Homeland
said.
Revenue or
But
whatever
yeah.
it is.
Hey, you've got a harbour there.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm
surprised Spain hasn't taken it.
I'm coming to your rescue, Tim. I'll defend Gibraltar.
Liberate me.
Got ya.
Just a bunch of people there on holiday at the minute, like they don't even know that there's a war about to go down.
Just minding their own business. So I'm struggling a bit for components. I'm producing plenty a day. I mean, 184 an hour, 4,800 a day. I'm producing a bit more in supplies, 210 an hour. But yeah, I'll look forward to capturing Spain because they've got a component city and also a bit of land as well that I can build on. But pretty much, yeah, the main battle tanks and the mechanized infantry that I'm building take up an awful lot of components, and then it seems like everything else I'm trying to build does as well, like buildings and so on. So I'm just trying to spread it out really, and not use it all up on troops, but save a bit for the odd building and so on. Are you guys struggling with components?
I've actually got a lot, because I haven't been building tanks or ships. So I'm happy to sell some to both of you.
Oh.
When you're building the tanks and ships, and it's a couple of thousand like per unit, it gets a bit expensive. Even if you got good production, you're always running out.
All right, let's do this.
All right, I'll buy some components off you. How are we going to do it then? Are you going to put them up for sale, or shall I put out an offer?
See, this is tricky.
Probably
because,
best to put out an offer.
It auto fulfills the deal to the to the cheapest one. So like if I put up a sell offer for less than the highest current offer, which is 8.2, then it will just give me the 8.2 one because it's like, oh, we want some more money.
Oh, it's not very cheap, is it? I can't just put out a buy order for like a tenner or something. It's gonna cost me pretty big. I could buy, and I don't have a huge amount of money. I could buy. Could I buy, if I put a buy offer on for 2,600, you'll get $8,000. And it says,
have a look at that.
Oh, hang on, I can change the price per unit to 1. So I'll put the price of, I'll just see what the maximum I can do is. So the maximum I can buy is 3,500 at a price of 1. I'll just see if I can do that. No, it defaults to 3. So my trades, yeah, my buy order's there. So you can have a go at it if you want that buy order. It's 3,500 components for 10k. It's unit price of 3. But otherwise I'd have to pay 7.8 per unit. Yeah, that would give me I mean, how many components have you got? How many do you want to get rid of?
I've got 4,000 at the minute. I've just given this a go. I've put up 2,551. It's not the number I put in at 3. Let's see if I can see it on all offers. What price did you put it up as?
Of a unit price of 3 and the amount of 2,551.
Ah. Okay.
Oh, so that's changed. Oh, I wonder if someone's just sold me some. Have you?
No, I've just done just now.
Oh, great. Yeah, I've got a few more components. Yeah.
So you should have like I fulfilled the whole thing. I tell you what, Tim, how many do you need?
I've got no cash. There's no point buying. I've still got a lot of my original offers on the market as well. So
Yeah, yeah, me too. When you start a game, you get like 3 offers of each material, and they're just they're not from anyone. They're just from the game, from the banker.
I've just got my first glimpse of Spanish troops, and in Barcelona they've got 3 motorised infantry. So I'm just thinking, are they going to have anything on the east coast, or are they going to have it all on the northwest coast where they've got their level 3 naval base? It may be worth just going for Barcelona. I think I'm going to change tack again and just go for them. So I'll be with Barcelona in 2 hours, and I'll be taking out 3 of their motorised infantry units.
Would you like some air support?
I think I'll probably be alright, unless you... Well, I mean, why not? But you're probably quite far away, aren't you? You might even be out of range.
Well, I can fly to... I can actually reach Barcelona from Vienna. So you're going to take Barcelona, are you?
Yeah, and I've got basic mechanised units that have a 4 attack rating against troops. And I've got 3 of them. And also I've got a combat recon vehicle which is 4.5 against troops. So I've got a fair old whack, and their defence is 3 against troops, 2 against tanks. So they'll probably injure me a bit, but I've got fairly full health and a big stack, so I think I'll be alright.
Like, the only reason why I wouldn't attack them is like because then I'd be at war with another country.
Oh yeah.
Then I'll continue to be at war with them until you manage to capture Mallorca.
You hold off for now. Hold off for now, and I'll call in air support if I need it, because I think I'll be alright for now. And like you say, you don't want to be at war with too many people.
I'll have them on standby at Vienna. That way I can like get them there in an hour or so.
Vienna, fantastic. Yep, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I wonder if I should move my 2 strikers over to Vienna as well, although there's not a lot of protection for them there, is there? I'll keep them in Paris for now, but I can move my strikers over to Venice if needed for the Serbia invasion.
Then they're nearly fully healed, your planes.
They are. The strike squadron is strike fighters, and then because I moved them back to Paris, and then I just left one. Yeah, there he is. My air superiority plane are left in Warsaw here with your level 3 hospital, which is very nice. Wow, 4 healing per day. That's definitely the destination to go to, isn't it?
Yep. Quite central.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some units I could do sending over, but I've got a more basic hospital in Bregenz, which is doing me for now. Just send my injured troops there, so they're not too far away. But I guess.
Well, if you have a look at your injured unit in Bregenz, that actually the combat recon can fly over there with the motorised infantry. So
oh, can it? Oh, I thought.
Very quick.
Great, I'll do it. Oh, but I'd have to go via another airport, which will take a while to get to. That's why I need to annex one of these cities around here and build some airports, I think. Or I don't have to annex a city, do I, to build an airport?
No.
Might be worth building an airport in Bregenz or one of these other cities then. But I'm a bit short on cash at the moment, so let that build up again. But by the way, it'll take about 22 hours for a single main battle tank to get to Budapest. I've chalked out a route on land using waypoints, just so I can avoid going into the sea, being near Serbia. And the other reason I'm reluctant to go for Palermo, which is in the island off the toes of Italy, southern Italy, is that I'll have to send my troops into the sea, and they're so vulnerable when they're on a transport going into the sea. If you've got a big stack on a transport, then that's quite dangerous, isn't it?
Oh, Tim, you had a solution to this, didn't you?
You can stack troops with ships. Stack them.
Send them in different
But,
ships.
Yeah, you can join. If you just waypoint them to the same point in the sea, then they'll join with the ships.
Okay.
And then you can use the ships as a sort of meat shield for your troops.
If you've already got ships. How do you mean split them up and then?
Yeah, you can send so if you send like the troops to the same point in the sea as the ships, and then they basically join up in the same stack.
Okay.
Sort of discovered that one by accident a little while ago.
Oh,
yeah.
I see what you mean. So you send them off, you split them up individually and send them off, and then you put a waypoint to the same point nearby, and then they'll join as a stack of several different ships.
Yeah.
So they'll be a little bit harder to kill. Yeah, they're not just in one ship. Oh, that's cool.
Well, like if I'm feeling a bit lazy, what I'll do is just send the ships along the exact path I'm going to send my troops, like an hour or so before.
Yeah.
It's not as safe, but like that way, if there's a submarine lurking there, you're going to find out before your troops reach it.
Oh yes, good point. Very good point. Send out a lead boat, like a minesweeper, but a subsweeper.
Yeah, exactly.
Tim, we need to hear more from you. So what are you doing, and what are you building, and what's your next plan?
I think my next plan is I'm just going to keep building destroyers and frigates, and I'm researching submarines tonight. So I'll start producing those tomorrow and get some of those on my west coast, and then some of them between like Norway and myself.
Cool, you're building up some pretty serious units in the sea. I've just seen them.
Yeah.
So you've got an elite battle group, and then a destroyer and a frigate. So that's a pretty hardcore unit. And you're sending that up over to Norway, and then you've got like 3 frigates around Aberdeen and Edinburgh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to aim to have sort of 2 or 3 stacks of like mixed ships, and then a couple of stacks of 5 subs.
Cool.
And then probably naval recon after that. Get some planes patrolling the sea, patrolling the coast.
So that's going to give you a huge advantage over Norway and Sweden, because they're all mainly coastal.
Don't seem like they're doing that. Yeah.
And they'll both be doing the same, I guess.
Yeah. And I am just going to explore that naval base in Bergen in Norway, just to see if they actually are building ships, or if they've just been building the bases and not bothering with the ships yet.
Yeah, they've got a level 3 naval base. Okay, that'll be interesting. Or if you send your ships over to have a look, do they get to see you as well?
Yeah, if I'm within a certain range, but if they've got no ships there defending it, then I'm just gonna get a cheap shot in. I'm just gonna take out that naval base.
Yeah,
and then just leave. Like, I'm just gonna chip away at them. I think, damage the buildings, walk away.
Yeah, and they've got a level 3 naval base in Oslo as well, which is pretty lethal.
Tromsø as well.
Oh yeah, really?
Northern cities as well. Actually, they've got level 3s up there.
Level 2 in Tromsø. Yeah, so what's Sweden doing? They've got level 2 naval base. Core. Stockholm's pretty well built up. Level 3 arms industry. They're going for it, aren't they? They're very active players. They're going to give you and whatever support we can give you against them. They're going to give us a run for our money. They're going to be pretty tricky customers, I think. Okay, so we're going to be in for a hell of a battle coming up. Tim's going after Norway and Sweden, and Jonathan and I will be going after Serbia. Maybe not quite yet, although Tim's getting itchy feet and gonna have a sniff around Norway. So yeah, when we see you tomorrow, yeah, there could be all sorts going on. So I think we've covered everything we need to. Any last words from you guys?
I am moving some troops into Belarus as well. Do you mind if I take Grodno and Minsk just to try and boost my electronics component?
Belarus.
Oh yeah, go for it. Like
I'll just hit
anything you
them.
want to take up there is fine. Like I'll get there eventually,
too.
but just go for it now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just hit them with strikes, then clear them out and move troops in. Probably
So-
tomorrow
Yeah.
morning.
Have you flown some troops into Warsaw?
They're
Tim?
getting there. They're on the way.
Cool.
Yeah, they're boarding soon from London.
And I forgot that I'd researched mobile radar, and I haven't built any yet, but I'm planning on building some, and they'll be useful to kind of sit across my border, just to give us a bit of early warning and what's going on.
Very nice. Yeah, that'll be amazing. Cool. It's all
Yeah.
coming together. We've got all these different units and specialisms. Tim's the seafarer. I've got a bit of an all-rounder going on, and Jonathan's gone for these elite units and support units. It's a real perfect mix, really, because it all combines to make us very strong as a coalition.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, great. Well, I can't wait till the update tomorrow then. And so for now, it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from them.
See you later.
See you later.
Over and out.